Denise, thank you, love. Look at this, an actual mountain of clay. Well, it is the semi-finals after all, and over the next 4 days, our 4 potters are going to be lifting, squishing and moulding this into something that none of us can do without. I am bursting with anticipation. Welcome to the Great Pottery Throwdown.
Last time, Clover's exquisite Russian dolls finally saw her work enter the Pot of the Week gallery.
Luckily, some magic happened. I've managed to find my inner peace.
But we had to say goodbye to Nam.
Getting worried now.
And Coit, as Ryan only just managed to cling on to his place in the competition.
Now, lad.
Now 4 brilliant potters remain.
Squidget, squidget, squidget.
All of them previous winners of Pot of the Week. But which of them can handle a throwdown set by a mystery guest that's the fastest ever set?
Pull the handle, come on.
It's got a hole in it.
A spot test where anything could happen.
It's very scary.
And a huge main make.
Tell us where you want it.
It's massive.
That could see one of these semi-finalists flushed away.
I never thought I would be in semi-final. I'm very scared.
In my dreams, I've wanted to come this far. I've been visualising it a little bit.
The judging is going to be fanatical, I think. I need to pay attention to every kind of detail.
The finals then, it's in the grass, and this is what we want, really, at the end of the day.
Good morning, potters.
Good morning.
I'm not going to lie, I am flushed with excitement about this week's main make because Kate and Keith would like you to build a toilet. Beautiful.
This is the most clay we've ever given you. It's a really big build.
It can be any shape or design, but it's got to work as a toilet.
You have got 4 hours. Potters, get potting.
In this first stage of the main make, the potters must handcraft all the components of their toilet and get them ready to begin drying.
Never done a toilet before, so, you know, I'm learning on the job here.
There's a lot of technical factors that can go wrong quite quickly, so it's quite an exciting challenge.
It's an ultimate hand build, actually. There's all sorts of skills that they've got to show us. The potters are going to have to build 4 component parts and then join them together. They've got the pedestal, they've got the bowl, they've got the rim, they've got the U-bend. They really have to grasp the actual practicalities of this. It sounds so simple, but you have to get that engineering.
There's so many different joins here, and they're very structural joins.
When you sit on a toilet, you don't want anything wonky or leaning, do you? And you don't want great overhangs where you're going to be worried that your weight might even break it.
It's a design classic in its structure. The reason why the toilet hasn't really changed much in shape and form over many, many years is because it actually works. It's what they do to it after that. Whether they build appendages onto these things, they want to get their own kind of personality across in these.
This is handmade. They don't have to make it look like the loo that we know and love and use every day.
At the end of this epic make, the judges will sit on the potter's work to ensure its build quality.
Who's going to sit on it? Get lucky, though.
And the toilets will be plumbed in and flushed.
This is unbelievably difficult. Not only to build, but to get it to function is going to be, yeah.
For their toughest hand build yet, the potters will be using one of ceramic's strongest clays, Tandoor.
I've never used Tandoor clay before. It feels a bit like cement.
And yes, it is the same tough clay used to build the ovens you get naan bread from.
Feels like it's full of stones, very coarse, which means that it's going to be really good for holding the structure.
Got all the textures in it, it's so nice. It's actually going to go quite well with my theme. I'm actually making a turtle toilet.
Ryan is building his turtle toilet from large, thin slabs of Tandoor. It'll have fins attached to the sides of the bowl, and when you sit on it, the turtle's head will peep out between your legs.
When you're a little kid, you're sort of scared of the big toilet and you're going from potty training to something else. We're trying to make it a bit more friendly for the sort of children.
So what section is this?
This was actually now going to be my plinth. I've made some formers and I'm going to wrap this round, so I want it strong as possible.
Quite thin, isn't it? I can feel it thin here.
On the edge, yeah.
Thick here.
Rather than using slabs,
Keep reminding myself it's coiling. It should be the same as the small Russian doll.
hoping for a stronger plinth, Clover is constructing with coils.
I've got a bucket as a support of the toilet, which I'm going to build first because I want the support to be quite dry. And I'm making the wall quite thick. I'm not a very good builder. Never played with those builder toys when I was little. Play with dollies.
Clover's hand-coiled plinth and bowl will eventually be carved and decorated with a stained glass window design in a bid to turn a visit to the smallest room into a religious experience.
You almost need a sound effect when you sit on it, like heavenly angels.
I think so. That usually happens anyway when I sit on the toilet.
Dear me.
But this surface is actually a lot rougher than I thought it would be, so I need to figure out how am I going to make it smooth so when I colour it, it's going to be nicer.
Look at your former, Clover. Look at how you're going to get that out. It's got this lip here.
Yeah.
I don't know if the lip is at the bottom, but you've got to think.
Yeah.
It's all very well using a former and building clay around it, but then you've got to think, I've got to
Taking
get
it
the former out.
As well as using formers for the plinth, the wider toilet bowl will need even more support. And for that, Richard turned to his partner, Charlotte.
Her ladyship didn't want me to use a brand new non-stick wok, which I thought was very unfair of her.
The old wok they found at the back of the kitchen cupboard will support the base of Richard's coiled bowl, which, along with his plinth, will be decorated with an idyllic country scene of a meadow filled with flowers and butterflies.
My plan is like the Victorian time, where the decoration goes inside the toilet, and that really appeals to me. When you're stood having a pee, you've got something to look at, but the beauty is taken right the way around the whole item.
Every time we come to your workbench, I always wonder what era he's going
Like
to be
Doctor
talking
Who.
about. Yeah, it is. You're like the Doctor Who of pottery.
While Richard rolls back the years with his ancient wok,
Ryan's like wrapping Christmas presents.
it's the moment of truth for Clover's mop bucket. And if the bucket's lips prevent her from removing it, she'll have to start her plinth again.
Sound! Panic over.
It's not a panic that Freya will face for the components of her toilet.
I'm not using a former to build the bowl because my shapes are quite organic-y.
Despite hand coiling free from formers, Freya's design is hugely complicated. She's meticulously planned a Victorian tribute to Mother Nature with a bowl circled by abstract female forms and a plinth with an intricate relief pattern.
There's a plan, Freya.
Yeah, there's a paper.
Oh, is it Freya we're talking to?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I always have a
That's
plan. I've decided to take early Victorian as a reference. The theme, yeah, I heard that Richard's doing it. And there's lots of floral, luscious, juicy vegetation. These are almost like roots.
It does look like a tree, but there's a great sense of